Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of VGIRL TV. Welcome back guys, welcome back to my canal, the YouTube. And today I'm in full mommy mode. I mean, I'm always in full mommy mode, but today is extra mommy mode. Amir's on his way home from school, and one of the things that I love, I always make sure that I do, is make sure that he has his lunch ready. And because we're on this whole diet thing that I've been telling you guys about, we've been having, well, I've been making a lot of healthy meals and a lot of healthy snacks and substituting things that we love so much with much healthier choices. And one of the things that I'm going to make today is a quesadilla, but it's not any old quesadilla that I buy. You're not going to get it at the local grocery store, meaning you're not going to get it at the Rey, you're not going to get it at the Super 99. You're going to have to go to River Smith to get it, especially this. So let me show you some of the stuff that I got, and I'll tell you exactly where I got it from. So obviously this is peppers and onions. These are cut up. I had this because I was going to make something else, but we didn't end up making it, so I have my peppers and onions cut up in here. Monterey Jack cheese. Okay guys, this was so hard to find. Well, actually it really wasn't that hard to find. I went to one grocery store, which was the Rey, and they didn't have it, but I knew if I went to River Smith they would have it, and I found it in River Smith, and this was $3.19. This is whole wheat, a whole wheat wrap. This they sell it at the Rey, and they also sell it at River Smith, but yeah, I don't know why I didn't get it at the Rey when I went to the Rey earlier, but I ended up getting this at River Smith. This was $3.50. This is my fresh spinach. I got this from the Rey, and this was $1.43. So this is the Pam olive oil. I was actually looking for the avocado spray, but in the Rey they have one that was broken, and it was like $6.89. It was Chosen Foods, I think that was the brand, the avocado spray, but the nozzle was broken. And then when I went to the Rey, they didn't have the pure avocado oil. They had like avocado infused with chipotle, something weird like that, and that was like $8 and change. So I decided to just get the olive oil, and this was about $4 if I'm not mistaken. This was actually difficult to find. I went to the Rey, and I had a feeling that this wasn't going to be here. These are Artichoke Hearts. I had a strong feeling that they weren't going to be in the Rey, but I checked anyway. They weren't there. I actually found this in River Smith, and this was about $2 and change if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, like $2 and change, no more than $3 for the can. And then I had got bell peppers because I wasn't sure if I had red bell peppers at home, but obviously I have them already cut up. So I'm just gonna save this for later, but this was like 50 cents, something very cheap. And so part of the recipe for the quesadilla wrap is rotisserie chicken, but we're gonna use the breast part of it. And this was already cooked because I'm like in a rush. It was $6.25. If you have time, you know, you can go ahead and buy a whole chicken and make it, but you know, as a mother of two now and a newborn that does not allow me to sleep, I don't have time, so quick and easy. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this if you are, you know, if you just want a healthy snack, or if you have children and you want to make something really quickly for them to eat. Here's how you do it. quesadilla, and I dipped it in some avocado sauce. So guys, our artichoke quesadilla was delicious. Amir enjoyed it. He wasn't too thrilled about the onions that I just put in it, so I had to make his with just spinach, cheese, and chicken. He's plain. But for the rest of us who are healthy and living our lives and trying to eat properly, we ate everything. And then I just put a little bit aside of, I put a bit on the side. I put avocado and culantro yogurt dressing on the side, and that gave it a little kick. Anyway, the next part of motherhood, okay, that I've been experiencing thus far, other than being a personal chef to my son, I have been dealing with baby acne. That is something that I've never experienced before in my entire life with my first child, which is Amir. I first noticed it when she was born. She had like a little pimple on her face, and I was just like, okay, like whatever. I really didn't think much of it. And then when I went to her 7-day checkup, the doctor did mention something of it, but it still wasn't that bad. By the time I went back for her 3rd doctor's appointment, her whole entire cheek was filled with like little bumps, and they had like pus, and the doctor told me not to worry about it, that it'll go away on its own. I personally did research on it to figure out what the hell it was and why does she have it, but apparently it's my fault, okay? Apparently baby acne is supposedly, quote unquote, don't quote me, this is just basically what I read. It is basically the hormones that is in the mother's body is passed on to the infant, and those hormones cause pimples on the baby's face, cheeks, forehead, etc., etc. And for me, I was like panicking because I'm like, what is that? Even though my doctor was like, oh, don't worry about it, it's not really a big deal. I started like really freaking out when I seen like pus bumps on her face. And then everybody else was stressing me out. Like her dad was stressing me out about the bumps on her face. My dad was stressing me out about the bumps on her face. Like, oh my God, I hope that doesn't stay there. And as much as I keep on telling everybody, the doctor said it's normal, it happens to some babies, everybody calm down. It just became very, very annoying that people just kept on asking me, oh, what's wrong with her face? What's wrong with her face? What's wrong with her face? And I just wanted to be like, in true fashion, in true VGIRL fashion, I really wanted to, okay, come for them. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna just bring it down. So anyway, so I did some research, and I hope this information helps someone, because I know that I have some subscribers that are currently pregnant right now. Congratulations, ladies. And if this happens to you, this might be helpful. Well, first of all, I was doing some research on YouTube, right? And some of the information that I got on YouTube was definitely a no-go. So for example, one of the videos that I seen, or one of the things that I researched, they said to buy this, okay? This is the California Baby Calendula Cream for Intensive Moisturizing and Calming Blend, right? And I was also told to buy this, okay? So this is the Mostella No Rinse Soothing Cleansing Water. And this one is for sensitive skin. So originally when I seen the reviews, this was the one that the girl had used. And she was like how it worked for her baby. And I was just like, okay, I gotta try this, right? And this, you can't actually get it in Panama. This particular one you can't get in Panama, so I ended up ordering this off of Amazon. And the California Baby, you also can't get it in Panama, so I ended up ordering it online. There's a video that I seen that I actually enjoyed. The girl had this, and she had this, which is the To Be Tod Bath Co all over ointment, and she used this with this Mostella cleansing water, and she had seen results, right? So for me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. I went on Amazon. I tried to order it. I ordered this off of Amazon because this you can't get in Panama. At least this kind you can't get on Panama. And I went directly onto the website to order this, which is the Tubby Todd website, to order the all over ointment. So I ordered both products, but they were taking so long to get here. I don't even know why it was taking that long, but it was taking extremely, very long to get there. And I was like, you know what? I can't wait anymore. So then I went back and I ended up going to the pharmacy and I asked them if they sold Mustela, and they were like, yeah, but we don't have that particular brand, which is the presentation wasn't the same. And they were like, okay, go upstairs. I actually went to Farmacia Rocha. And they were like, go upstairs to the baby section and you'll see it. So I ended up seeing this one, okay? This one is just the plain, and it's actually the original one. And the only difference I feel like is the other one, this one is supposedly for sensitive skin. And this supposedly has 2 different ingredients. One is to help reinforce the skin barrier, and the other one is to soothe and to improve the appearance of sensation of very sensitive skin. This is for sensitive skin and this one is for regular. So I ended up buying this. This was $12.95. And then it just so happens that the California baby came. Now I seen this review and this girl was ranting and raving about the California baby. So I'm like, okay, you know what? The Tubby Todd isn't coming in time, so I'm just gonna use a California baby. Apparently it's supposed to do the same thing. You know, all it did was make it worse. The Mustela actually dried up the bumps, especially the ones that had pus. But then what was happening, it was drying out her face. She needed like some type of moisturizer. But this just wasn't doing it. It actually made it so much worse that I was just like, okay, I'm not going to use this anymore. You can tell because I literally have all of this. I guess I'll just use it on my body because I definitely can't use this for my daughter. So then I stopped using that and just started using the Mustela and just, you know, just cleaning her face off. And then miraculously, the Tubby Todd came. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, the Tubby Todd all over ointment finally came, okay? So the first day that I used it, I was like, oh my God, thank God. Oh, one more thing. This actually did not work for her skin either. This particular one did not work for her skin at all. It kind of just... it just made it worse. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna continue using the first one that I bought, which was this one, the regular one. This actually does wonders for my girl's skin. So I ended up using this with the Tubby Todd all over ointment, and can I tell you, my baby's skin has improved so much. I'm actually going to insert a picture before and after. I am so happy to see how much of an improvement that she has, especially considering the fact that everyone's just like, oh, there's nothing that you should do, just leave it alone. And then what really was like freaking me out is that she kept on scratching her face, and it was like scarring, like some of the pimples were scarring because she kept scratching her face. But now we don't have to worry about that anymore. So guys, if you know anyone that would need this type of information, because this can happen to any of us, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be just because I'm a woman right now. You may have a sister, a friend, or whoever who has a newborn or is going to have a newborn, and their baby is struggling with baby acne. Put them on and let them know that there is something that they can do for it. Don't listen to the doctors, okay? In this case, don't listen to the doctors. There is something that you could do for it. It's totally natural. The Tubby Todd is 100% vegan, okay? There's no chemicals. It's plant-based. So that's another reason why I really, really love this. It is kind of small and expensive, okay? It's like $20 for this small little thing, but guess what? A little bit goes a long way, okay? And the Mustela costs $12.95. You just take a cotton ball, pump it product into a cotton ball, and you just clean the area, just literally just the area, and then you go over with this once it's dry, and you should start to see like an improvement in 3 days. Like I've been using it for like 5 days now, and my daughter has so much of improvement so far. The other product that I wanted to share with you guys too is this. So I'm breastfeeding my daughter, exclusively breastfeeding. I breastfed Amir as well, but the problem with breast milk is that it doesn't have any vitamin D, okay? Don't be like me. Don't be like me, okay? There's no vitamin D, so my doctor had prescribed this, okay? This is the VGIRL vitamin D with probiotics, right? Let me tell you something, guys. This is why it's so important to read and do your research, okay? So this small thing is $35, okay? The first time that I bought it, I don't even think it lasted even a month. I don't know if the babysitter was using it right, so now I'm the one that's doing the drops, because $35 for this small little thing is expensive, okay? So I ended up using this the first time, right? And I'm like, okay, why am I paying $35 for this small thing? It's just vitamin D. So I thought. So I went to the pharmacy and I got vitamin D, because I know even like with Amir, when I breastfed him, they gave me vitamin D to put into the breast milk to give him as well. So I didn't think it was a big deal. So I went to the pharmacy and I ended up getting this. And this was about $20, so it was $10 less. And you only needed to apply 2 drops versus this one where you had to put 5 drops into the milk, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get this one because it's more affordable, it's more economical. Is that even a word? Affordable, let's just say that. This one was more affordable, so I thought only 2 drops, it should last me much longer than a month versus me buying this one for $35, 5 drops, and this lasted me like, what, 2 weeks? So yeah. So anyway, I started using this, and let me tell you something, guys. My daughter has developed the worst colic ever in history, to the point where I can't even sleep at night because she's so colicky. And I don't know why all of a sudden I just thought to myself, like, you know something? Maybe I should research what this is really for. And lo and behold, I read the description on the VGIRL vitamin D with probiotics, and apparently probiotics is to help the intestines, okay? And it's specially used for colicky babies. So had I not stopped using this, I wouldn't be experiencing the magnitude of colic that my daughter is having right now, just for being cheap. So please don't try to be like me, okay? If you in Panama or wherever, okay? Do your research on whatever it is, or whatever vitamins that you are giving your child. And even if it is more expensive, don't be like me and try to be cheap, and then in the long run, and it end up costing you more money. So this, I would 100% recommend the VGIRL, because now that I started using it again, you know, your girl had to go buy it. Now that I started using it again, I have seen the reduction in her colic. And she's not as fussy anymore, because literally in the beginning when I was using this, she never experienced colic or gas at all. Like 1, 2, 3 burp, she burped, no problem. Once I stopped using it, then I started realizing, now that I'm thinking about it, I started realizing that she had a lot of problems burping, and very like agitated and crying. So yeah, just stick with it, okay? The other thing is that I had ordered the, what is it called? I don't even know. It's like these gas drops that I had ordered off of Amazon, because here in Panama they don't sell it. And it was the same ones that I used with Amir when he was younger as well. I'll insert the picture because I couldn't even pronounce it. Sue me, right? Milacon drops, they don't have that in Panama. Yeah, they don't have it in Panama. And usually like medication like that, you have to get it from the pharmacy, and it's not like over the counter. So I ordered them off of Amazon, and I was using that to help my daughter with her gas, and it was working more or less, or whatever. At night, at least I was able to get sleep, because she would sleep and just wake up every 2 hours. But since then I didn't have any more, so I I don't know why. The bottle is like this big, guys. It's like super small. I should have ordered like 2 or 3 or had someone bring it when they came, but whatever. I ended up ordering some more off of Amazon, but this time I ordered a different brand to try it out to see. It came 3 for 1. It was 3 of them that came in a pack. So I'm gonna try those and I'll let you know how it works out. But it has the same ingredients as the original ones that I bought. But because I obviously am not gonna get it in time, it's not like I could just walk up in Target, okay, and buy it. I had to reach out to my pediatrician. She prescribed me these drops. And this was about $8, more or less, I want to say. And literally, you put 5 drops in the baby's mouth, and it's supposedly supposed to help with gas. Have I seen an improvement with this? No, I have not. But it could be that I probably was using it wrong, okay? Because at first, I was putting it in her milk. She didn't like it because apparently, which is why reading is fundamental, this has a strawberry flavor. So I guess the strawberry flavor along with her milk, it was just not a no-go. It was just a no. And then the drops, the original drops had like it had this thing that helps you. Oh, this is it right here. It comes with this thing, this right here, let me see, right? And this is what sustains the medication. So you literally put it in, you measure up to here, and it's easy to give it to the baby because you just put it inside of her mouth and she gets it directly. Versus this, it's like a struggle trying to get the 5 drops. You don't know if the 5 drops got in there. The baby's crying, the baby's moving. She's like, So you really don't even know if it's even taking effect. So this is why I said it didn't work for me. And then I was putting it in the nipple of the bottle, just in the nipple, and have her suck it, but then she was sucking in more air, which was like basically going against everything that I basically was trying to prevent. So then I was just like, okay, this ain't gonna work, obviously. I went to the pharmacy to see if there was another option. The pharmacist says there is no other option, and since I already started using this, I've decided that I am going to, let's see if this works, guys. Pray for me. If it works, I'll let you guys know. So someone gave me this medicine dropper, okay? The good thing about this is that you can take the top off. So what I'm gonna do is insert this in her mouth. Hopefully she stays still, and just put the 5 drops in here, and then it'll go directly into her mouth, and hopefully she won't get any gas. And let's see how that works out for her. I hope it does work. I'll keep you guys posted, okay? These are certain things that I feel like is a must-have. I also end up changing her bottles. I end up buying Dr. Brown bottles. She didn't like the nipple on those. Guys, my daughter is a piece of work. She's definitely a piece of work. So I ended up getting which I had from before. It's the Nano Baby bottle, and then I also have the Tippy Tommy or Tommy Tippy, whatever those bottles are called, because they actually look like a breast, and they're like in the form of a breast, and it looks like a nipple. So because she's still a breastfed baby, it works out better with her breastfeeding and then bottle feeding as well. So that's what I've been using thus far on my mommyhood journey. I hope that this video is helpful to you or to someone that you know that may be able to use this information. Here we don't have like Bye Bye Baby and what's the other called? Babies R Us. That doesn't necessarily exist here. Although there are certain stores that are dedicated to baby stuff, it is not like a wide range like you would get in the States. So me personally, I go to Farmacia Rocha if I want good quality stuff. I also go to River Smith. Y'all know, your girl love River Smith. There is a section specifically for babies where you can get some of the stuff like high-end bottles and pacifiers and stuff like that you would get in the States. But my 2 go-to things to buy stuff for my daughter is Arrocha, Farmacia Arrocha, and River Smith. So guys, if you like this video or if you found this video helpful, please make sure you like and you subscribe. Guys, don't forget to follow me on TikTok. I am sharing all my healthy recipes on my TikTok. I'm still getting the use of TikTok, so don't judge me if my TikTok is not really on point, because Amir's helping me with my TikTok because I don't really know how to TikTok-ter. Okay? But follow me on TikTok. The link is in the description box. Also, if you guys are interested in purchasing the Tubby Todd all over ointment, I have linked a link in the description box where you guys can get a discount just using that code. I'm telling you, this stuff is so good. Okay, I even had like a little pimple and I put it on my little pimple and it disappeared. This is like crack in a jar. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys as always for tuning into my video. If you like this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and thank you for tuning in, guys. And as always, peace and love.